Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer Call. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here. Today, we're going to dive into a genuinely fascinating topic that affects every single one of us every single day. We're going to learn exactly how to act as a medical detective for your own body. We'll be relying on the absolute latest insights to decode the silent, hidden clues your body drops the second you wake up.
I want you to take a second and imagine your very first trip to the bathroom tomorrow morning. What if that wasn't just a mindless, groggy routine? What if, instead, it was actually a daily health check? Your body is an incredible machine, right? And after resting all night long, it literally presents you with a daily status report. The real question is, do you know how to read it?
Well, let's get into it with our first section, the silent threat. We're going to be looking at early kidney decline.
Now, you might be wondering why we even need to go looking for hidden clues in the first place. Well, certain health issues, specifically those concerning your kidneys, are notoriously sneaky. They don't announce themselves with sirens and flashing lights, they whisper. We define early kidney decline as a condition where your kidney function drops significantly, but your body shows practically zero noticeable symptoms. I really want to emphasize the word silent here. So many people feel completely fine. They go to work, they hit the gym, they live totally normally, completely unaware of the massive changes happening inside.
See, when most of us think of kidney disease, our expectation is usually pretty dramatic. Severe fatigue, massive swelling, just really obvious debilitating symptoms. But the terrifying reality is that you might feel completely 100% normal during those early stages. If we just sit around and wait for the severe fatigue or the swelling to show up, we might completely miss our absolute best window of opportunity to take action.
All right, let's move on to Section 2, Decoding Morning Urine Clues. Time to officially put on that detective hat.
Think about it. After a full night of sleep without drinking any water, your morning urine becomes highly concentrated. It's essentially the most potent, undiluted evidence your body's going to produce all day, making it the absolute perfect sample for our investigation. These three visual clues basically act as your personal morning decoder ring. By checking out the foam, the color, and the tint, you can uncover hidden signals about protein leaks, filtration efficiency, and potential inflammation. Let's break these down one by one so you know exactly what to look for.
First up on the list, lasting foam. Now, to be clear, we are not talking about a couple of bubbles that pop right away just because you were going quickly. If you see tiny, lasting bubbles that sit there like a thick layer of foam, and especially if you notice this happening over several consecutive days, that is a major red flag. It usually indicates a protein leak has started, meaning your kidneys are letting really vital proteins slip right through their filters. Next, let's talk about color. Sure, it's totally normal for morning urine to be slightly darker, but if it's a dark brown color and it has a noticeably strong smell, even when you know you've been drinking normal amounts of water, that points straight to poor filtration. Your body might be actively struggling to clear out waste, or it could be a sign of chronic dehydration that is silently stressing out your kidneys. And you know, often this is accompanied by hidden fatigue or a dry mouth that you might just be brushing off as needing more coffee. Okay, here's another clue, and this one actually interrupts your sleep. Waking up frequently at night to pee. We almost always blame this on drinking too much water right before bed, right? But it can actually mean your kidneys are losing their ability to control your body's water balance. If you're constantly making midnight trips to the bathroom and waking up with a super dry mouth, it could actually be directly connected to high blood sugar beginning to negatively affect those delicate kidney filters. So, let's look beyond the bathroom bowl in Section 3. Beyond the bathroom signs. Your body is a deeply interconnected system, so let's check out some other subtle morning clues.
Because failing kidneys really struggle to manage your overall water and protein balance, they start holding onto fluid. This often causes you to wake up looking, well, kind of puffy in the face, especially right around the eyes. But then, as you stand up and go about your day, gravity does its thing. By the evening, that exact same retained water shifts all the way downward, resulting in swollen feet and ankles.
And these subtle little signs, they can easily escalate into a dangerous chain reaction that we call the vicious cycle. It kicks off when your blood pressure rises. That high pressure physically damages the tiny, delicate blood vessels inside the kidneys. Once those vessels take a hit, the kidney decline speeds up incredibly fast. High blood pressure and kidney decline basically just feed off each other, making the damage happen so much faster if it goes unnoticed.
But honestly, here's the really good news. Let's shift gears and focus on Section 4, reversing early kidney decline by taking proactive action.
The entire reason we're learning to decode these silent clues today is because catching them early gives you immense power.
You literally have the power to step in, make a few changes, and actually heal Ka. Early detection means you can still fix it and stop the decline. If you spot that lasting foam or that dark color and actually take it seriously, you are in the perfect window to adjust your lifestyle. You can completely preserve your kidney function and stop that vicious cycle dead in its tracks before any irreversible damage is done.
So, how exactly do we protect them? Well, it all comes down to finding an ideal balance for kidney protection. Notice how water makes up the biggest portion here? You want to aim for about 1.5 to 2 liters a day. Hydration is fantastic, but remember, don't overdo it because even perfectly healthy kidneys have processing limits. Fill 30% of your focus with fresh veggies and fruits, get in 15% of those anti-inflammatory omega-3s, and this is absolutely crucial, dedicate that last 15% to low-sodium, unprocessed foods to keep your blood pressure perfectly in check.
Beyond your daily diet, here are your concrete, long-term medical steps. First, aggressively control your blood sugar, blood pressure, and cholesterol. These are the big 3 culprits that damage kidney vessels. Second, and please do not skip this, avoid the frequent use of everyday NSAID painkillers because they can severely restrict blood flow to your kidneys. And finally, when you get your blood work done, don't just guess how you're doing. Ask your doctor to specifically check your creatinine levels, run an eGFR test, and screen for microalbumin. These are standard tests that actively check how those filters are holding up.
We've covered a lot of ground today, right? From decoding silent threats to taking proactive protection steps. So, I want to leave you with this quick challenge. Tomorrow morning, what clues will you look for? I really encourage you to step up and become the lead detective of your own health. Pay close attention to those quiet little signals your amazing body is sending you, because your long-term health is absolutely worth investigating. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.